Hey friends, Amanda here at Bare Bones Living. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, welcome. Again, my name is Amanda, and today I am going to be making sandwich bread. And my hope with this video is to show you that you can make it. It is really not that difficult, and I'm betting that you have all the ingredients that you need in your kitchen right now. The only thing that you may or may not have is the yeast, which is the most important. So if you guys are interested in learning how to make your own bread, and this is super hands-off, this is not a bread that you have to plan ahead of time to make. This is why I make this bread, because I do not plan ahead. And so I'm going to make it today, and and it's 3:30. We could eat this, we could eat sandwiches for dinner tonight if we wanted to. And that is what this bread is like. This is a sandwich bread, or a slicing bread. And this is the best, easiest sandwich bread that I've ever made. It turns out great, it tastes great, and like I said, it's super easy. So let's get started. So these are the ingredients that we're going to be working with today. I have active dry yeast, warm water, salt, sugar, all-purpose flour, and olive oil. And that's it. Another great thing about this recipe is that I can mix everything in my KitchenAid mixer. And I only have to dirty one bowl, and the mixer does all the work for me. So what I'm going to do is, into the bowl I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of my active dry yeast. And then I'm going to be putting 1 tablespoon of sugar. You could put in 1 tablespoon of any sweetener of your choice. It could be honey, sugar, whatever you want to use. And then I'm going to take that warm water, and this is a 2-cup measure, and I just put it in the microwave for a minute. And then I'm going to stir this up to get that sugar dissolved and get that yeast incorporated. And then I'm going to leave it alone until it starts to get bubbly. Can you guys see how that's nice and bubbly now? And it's not just like bubbly from me like stirring it around. It's actually like bubbled up a little bit, and it's kind of like a custard on top. This is kind of the bubbly that we're looking for. So now we are ready to move on. So to this mixture, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of oil. And then I'm going to add 5.5 cups of all-purpose flour. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a half. And then I'm gonna put on my mixing blade here, my dough blade. Put this down and I'm gonna start to mix. Ooh, it would help if I plugged it in. Let's try that again. You're gonna start out low so your flour doesn't all fly out at you. So you guys will see here that the dough has pulled away from the sides and is now all incorporated into a dough ball, but it's still very sticky and it's not smooth at all. I'm gonna keep going at this point and I'm gonna let this knead for like 5 or 10 minutes until it's nice and smooth, and I'll show you that. Okay, so do you guys see now how cleaned out my bowl looks and how this dough is not sticking to my hand at all? And it looks nice and smooth. It's not lumpy, it's not sticky. This is what you're looking for. And basically this dough hook and the KitchenAid mixer did all the kneading for me, so I didn't have to knead it by hand. So then I'm just gonna take this dough ball out and we're just gonna divide it in half. And this is gonna make us 2 loaves. And then I'm gonna shape each one of these into a very rough loaf. And place it into my bread pan. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And this is a very versatile recipe. I have made cinnamon raisin bread out of this, and basically you do the same thing, press it out into a big rectangle, sprinkle on your cinnamon, dump on a bunch of raisins, and then roll it up. You can make these into dinner rolls. It's quite versatile with whatever you want. The key is just to do it and learn how you like it. You can make this, you don't have to use oil, you can use butter and it would just be a richer dough. Like I said, you could make this a flavored bread, biscuits, whatever. So here I have my 2 loaves. They don't look exactly the same, that's okay. But, you know, one might be bigger than the other, that's fine. And I'm just going to cover these with a clean cloth and let them rise for about a half hour. Okay, so you can see that those have risen very nicely and they are ready to go into the oven. And I have it preheating at 375 and we will put them in for 30 minutes. Thank you guys for stopping by today and joining in on our journey here at Bare Bones Living. We'll catch you on the next one.